Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of the Holmes Movies Podcast. I'm really doing bad.
What is this? Hello, hello, hello. Where did you get that? What is that?
I don't know.
Why have you've never? We've done thousands of these, and now you've started. Have you gone insane in lockdown?
I don't know. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Holmes Movies Podcast. This is our sort of ongoing series of 2020 episodes where we've been recommending films to each other called Holmes Movies Recommends. My name is Anders Holmes, and I'm joined by my brother Adam over Zoom in the United States of America.
Yeah, hi.
Seeing as we're recording this on Zoom, I can do this.
Yeah, this is now a visual medium. Great.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. It's hot and I have my fan on, which is why the audio is terrible.
Yeah.
But I'm going to order a microphone because you know what? I'm not leaving home anytime soon, so I may as well get my podcasting rig set up properly.
Yeah. How is it? I mean, it's not all good from what I've been seeing in the news, but how's it been going for you in America?
For me personally, it's okay. I don't go outside. I live in a calm, liberal area. But if I look at the news, I start screaming.
Yeah.
And that's about the size of it. And then I look at how things are going in Denmark, and I look at your Instagram, and I want to kill myself because everyone is just going about their day normally and able to socialize and go to bars and stuff because you live in a civilized country. So yeah.
I have not been socialized. Well, I mean, I've been socialized. Well,
that's because you're a loser and you don't have any friends. But like,
thanks, Adam.
You know, a lot of other people are.
Yeah, great supportive brother right there. And you've got no friends. Nobody likes you.
Leave now and never come back.
I just saw online someone pointed out only 100 days till the election.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't even want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Just in case it goes badly and I get put on some kind of list. It's just really, 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 really shit. But we can still talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Are you recommending something to me? Is that where we're starting?
Yeah, the last film you recommended was the French film Tell No One, which is a really good movie, actually.
Yes, it is. So what have you got for me today?
Yeah, so I've been watching a lot of like films during this time, films I haven't actually seen before, and so this is a movie which I saw recently with our mother when I was visiting her, and this is a film from 1997. It's directed by Barry Levinson, who did films like Rain Man, Diner, Bandits with Bruce Willis. So he's done like he's got a very interesting array of films, and it's done different genres and things like that. He also did Bugsy, the film about Bugsy Siegel with Annette Bening and Warren Beatty, which is okay. But the film that I'm going to be talking about is a film that I think with films like this, it's amazing how often life imitates art and vice versa. And sometimes it's beautifully ironic, and sometimes it's a little bit sad. And the film I'm going to be talking about is Wag the Dog, which stars Robert De Niro, Dustin Hoffman, and Anne Heche. Have you heard of it?
I've heard of the expression is used a lot. It comes up a lot in like political discussion, I think, Wag the Dog.
Yeah.
At least it feels that way.
Yeah, this movie came out, I think it came out in December of 1997, and it came out like a month before the Monica Lewinsky scandal. Given the subject matter of the film, it's kind of ironic. And in that time,
they must have been thrilled.
Yeah, Bill
done great.
Bill Clinton was the president at the time, and when the scandal broke, the Al Shifa pharmaceutical factory in Khartoum, North Sudan, was bombed in missile attack, which was launched by the American government. This happened in 1998, and it was easy for people to make comparisons between the events of Wag the Dog and the real-life events. And even during his impeachment trial in December 1998, the administration initiated a bomb campaign against Iraq. And again, in the spring of 1999, in the Kosovo War, and initiated a bombing campaign against Yugoslavia.
So basically, you bomb people to distract.
Yeah, basically.
from the media. Yeah.
So
I mean,
the expression
been done before.
the expression comes from this little thing. It's why does the dog wag its tail? Because a dog is smarter than its tail. If the tail were smarter, it would wag the dog. And wag the dog is, in politics, the act of creating a diversion from a damaging issue. It stems from the generic use of the term to mean a small and seemingly unimportant entity, the tail, controls a bigger, more important one, the dog. And this concept has been brought up multiple times when talking about Donald Trump, who in April 2017, he conducted airstrikes against Syria when there was an investigation of Russian interference in the 2016 elections. And then again in 2020, at the beginning of this year, when he ordered an airstrike assassination of the Iranian general Qasem Soleimani, which was at the beginning of the year, and we all thought oh, it can't get possibly worse than this.
Yeah, because at the beginning of the year we thought, oh, maybe we'll get World War III, and instead we got a pandemic. So yeah.
Yeah. So the book, the Wag the Dog is based on a book from 1993 called American Hero, and it's written by Larry Beinhart. The script originally was written by Hilary Henkin, who
Great name.
Sorry, what?
A great name.
Hilary Henkin, yeah. And the script that she wrote was given a do-over by playwright David Mamet, who gives it that like sharp and snappy Mamet speak that we all like. You know, if you've seen Glengarry Glen Ross or watched any of his plays, you know what it is. It's very like straight, you know, it's like this. Yeah. And it's somewhat debatable how much the two contributed to the script, but due to WGA, Writers Guild of America regulations, they both had to be credited. And they both were nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay. So in the film, it's in an election period, and the current president is up for re-election. And spin doctor Conrad Breen, played by Robert De Niro, is called by request of the president to deal with a pressing scandal, which is the president is accused of making advances towards an underage girl.
Whoa, that is really like close to the bone, isn't it?
Yeah. So
no pun intended. I mean, that's like, yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, and so basically, it's an election period, and he's up for re-election. So he kind of comes up with this. He comes up with another story to divert the public's attention away from the scandal, and with the help of Winifred Ames, played by Anne Hesh, who's a presidential aide, they travel to Los Angeles to meet with a well-known movie producer called Stanley Motz, played by Dustin Hoffman, who was nominated for this film for an Oscar, who basically is doing an impression of Robert Evans, the producer who did films like Chinatown and was head of Paramount for a period of time, and was if you've heard of him, he was affiliated with Love Story, The Godfather, and there's a really good book which you bought for me, The Kid Stays in the Picture, which is his like biography of his time in Hollywood. It's a really good book if you're into like film history and like gossip and things like that. It's worth checking out. And so him and Stanley and Conrad and Stanley, they construct this fake story about a war with Albania to sort of divert the media's attention, basically so the president can get elected, and then people can just forget about the sex scandal. And the hoax becomes really successful, but things get close to getting out of hand, and the lies keep on growing to the point where the public and many people believe it just because it's on TV, and people will believe anything when it's shown on TV.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that does sound relevant, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It sounds very relevant.
I mean, I like the sound of this one you're describing. It sounds a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. I think the script really it's very funny, and it's really well paced. The movie's at the right kind of length. It's just under 100 minutes. And I think if it was longer than 110, if it was getting to like 2 hours, I think it probably would have overstayed its welcome and might have caused people to lose interest. And it's really fast and funny. Like it's ridiculously funny, and it's very enjoyable. Like you just laugh out loud at how ridiculous this is, but then you just sort of go like, "This is happening in real life."
Yeah.
And it's basically American politics in a nutshell, and it has this very sort of. It reminded me a little bit of The Thick of It, because you don't really see the president at all. You only see him like behind his back, and he's very much unseen for most of the movie. So you just see like the spin doctors trying to, like, you know, keep everything moving behind the scenes. It kind of reminded me a little bit of that.
It's probably even more unhelpful when this came out to Clinton that there's no president actually shown in the films, and people just imagine Bill Clinton.
Yeah,
that is pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, there was another film that came out in the same time called Primary Colors, which was basically John Travolta's playing Bill Clinton. He sounds like Bill Clinton and he looks like Bill Clinton, and and it also has some. You know, he's also a guy who can't seem to keep himself out of a scandal even when he's trying to run for president. And I think Bill Clinton, he invited John Travolta to the White House as the character that he plays in Primary Colors, and John Travolta was like, "No, I'm not going to do
weird.
that." That's whacking the nail on the head too many times.
Well, I've added it to my watch list.
Yeah, I mean, part of the charm of the film is seeing Dustin Hoffman and De Niro kind of just, you know, work, you know, sharing the screen together, and I think their pairing is quite underrated. I wish they did more films together because they do seem to have a really good fit with one another, and I really like.
Yeah, that's a combination I feel would work really well.
Yeah, like I think they work well. They bounce off each other really well in the movie, and I like Dustin Hoffman's character, and I love the fact that he is playing like Robert Evans. Like, once you see how fast his line delivery is and how he looks from his hair to his tan to his attire, he's basically just doing Bob Evans, and it's hard to kind of keep away from it.
Great.
Yeah. So yeah, memorable, funny political satire, and yeah, the 90s were a great time for political satire in cinema, and some of those movies. Yeah, I mean, Primary Colors came out at that period, and if a lot of people were making like political thrillers and things like that and stuff. There was like even
like what?
Well, there was like a Wesley Snipes movie where he plays a cop that he's trying to investigate a murder that happened in the White House, and that came out in 1998 or 1997. It kind of came out.
I guess it's less satire. It's more like there's a lot of films about
the
presidency. There's like Absolute Power, Clear and Present Danger, Air Force One, also 98.
Get off my plane.
Yeah.
I think that's Donald Trump's favorite movie.
Is it?
Yeah, I think he like compared himself or something like that.
Okay. On that bombshell, let's get out of here.
That might be fake news. I don't know. I might just be making that up.
Well, you'd just be adding to a large pile of made-up shit.
Don't take my word for it, Internet.
I think that's too late now. Well then, until next time.
Yeah, till next time. Have a good day, everyone, and stay safe.
Yeah.
Bye.